I welcome you to this session of ISO 9001 2015. And as you know, last Sunday we completed Hindi version of ISO 9001 2015, where all the clauses were explained in Hindi. A lot of subscribers were of the opinion that the clauses be explained in English language, as most people preferred English. So to serve the needs of majority of subscribers, I decided to launch a new series of videos on ISO 9001 2015, covering all the clauses in English language, all the clauses and sub-clauses in the English language. As you know, the adoption of a quality management system is a strategic decision for an organization. Nobody is forcing you to go for either quality management system or environment management system or health and safety management system. It is the organization which has to consider which particular system you have to follow or you have to adopt. Or maybe you go for an integrated management system where all the three, that means the quality and environment and safety, are taken care. So it is a matter of subject for the organization. Nobody from outside can dictate anything to the organization in this respect. And no one is forcing the organization to adopt ISO. It is solely the decision of the organization itself. And you have the option to adopt system based on ISO 9001, or maybe you adopt TQM, Total Quality Management, with self-declaration that you have adopted the system and to produce the products and services meeting the customer requirements, thereby creating higher customer satisfaction. So you can declare yourself as if you are following the system. But I hope that unless you follow the system, you can't be in a position to declare it. So if you are following ISO system for quality, ISO 9001 2015, or the total quality management system, if you are doing so, you can definitely, you follow the system and then you can declare that we are doing it, and the customers may believe you. Otherwise, go for certification. For TQM, there is no certification as such, but all other ISO systems, they have certification bodies and they certify you. They come and audit you and they certify that yes, you have a system in place meeting the requirements of the international standard, and you are certified by them. Now, why we should have a quality management system in place? First of all, the ability to consistently provide products and services that meet customer and applicable statutory and regulatory requirements. That is one thing which is guaranteed to the customers. If you are following a system, the system has provision and you are supposed to be able to consistently provide products and services that meet customer and applicable legal requirements. And second thing is facilitating opportunities to enhance customer satisfaction. You are always working towards improving the customer satisfaction, and finding opportunities associated with the customer satisfaction, so that whatever they need, you are able to work on that and provide that kind of product or service which the customer is looking for. And then next is addressing the risks and opportunities associated with the context of the organization and its objectives. The organization is always working in a particular environment. There is a context in which the organization is working, and it has got internal and external issues which the organization is supposed to tackle. So what are the internal and external issues? You can find out and work on those internal and external issues so that you achieve higher customer satisfaction. And then the next thing is addressing the ability to demonstrate conformity to the specified quality management system requirement. You have to have a system in place where you are able to ensure that you are satisfying all the requirements of the international standard as per the various clauses, and the ability to demonstrate conformity to specified quality management system requirements that you have to ensure when you are following a particular system. And when documenting your quality management system, please note that there is no intent in the standard, in the international standard, to imply the need for uniformity in the structure of the different quality management systems. You may have a particular structure in place. The other organizations may have their own structure in place. So you need not follow any particular structure. So the standard gives you liberty to have your own kind of system, own kind of structure of the organization, structure of the quality management system, and you are free to have it. You may have a quality manual, or in which you can put the quality policy, introduction to the organization, the organizational chart, and interaction of the various departments, how they interact with each other. So things like that, and the roles and responsibilities of the people. There are many organizations who put this in the quality manual. So quality manual becomes a one reference document which can perhaps be given to the customer. The other document is the procedure manual, which is your internal and confidential document which you are not supposed to share with the customers. So that is another document which you call as confidential document, and that you need not share with your customers. Now, so you have not to follow a particular pattern of documentation. You can have your own system in place. And alignment of documentation system to the clause structure of the international standard, that is also not expected by the standard. You can have your own structure. You can deal any requirement in each first and then subsequently the other requirements. So that is up to you how you follow the standard. And the use of specific terminology as given in the standard, you need not follow it, because the international standard gives you this liberty that you can follow your own terminology. So the quality management system requirements specified in ISO 9001:2015 are complementary to the requirement of products and services that you have in place. And let us have a quick look at the quality management principles. Quality management principles have been formulated by the standard ISO, and they give you a clear picture of how the standard implementation of the standard is going to help. Now, customer focus is the very first thing. But why customer focus? And why it is the very first principle? Because it is because of the customers that you are existing. Your products are being sold to the customers, and they are providing you money, and that money taken from the customers, that runs the organization. So the organization is totally dependent on the customers. The more the customers and happier the customers and there are repeat customers, the more your product is sold, and you are in a position to increase your production. Year by year you can go on increasing your production, and your sales output increases, your profit margin increases. So that is why customer focus is the very first principle. Second thing is leadership, because leaders care for the people. It is if you have your top management is having leadership quality, that means they are going to care for the staff. And once the staff is happy, your people are happy, they will work for you day in and day out. They will ensure that your company is working well and is earning profit. So the leadership is very important, because if leadership is in place, that means your people are going to be happy, because leaders are those who care for their people. And then next is engagement of the people. If people are engaged properly in their duties, and if they are properly trained and qualified and placed properly and paid properly, then definitely your organization is going to have advantage of this aspect. And then the approach to any activity. The standard says you should have a process approach. That means every activity should be done as a process. There have to be inputs, and there has to be, you have to work with those inputs on the process, and then the output satisfying the customer requirement. So if you have a process approach, you take care of the process very well. So that is why the standard is suggesting that you have a process approach and a philosophy of continual improvement. That is part of the quality management system. ISO 9001 always talks about it, that you should have continual improvement. And next is evidence-based decision making. Don't make decisions unless you are fully satisfied about what decision has to be taken. So evidence-based decision making is the next principle. And the next thing is relationship management. Your top management should take care of the workers, because workers are the people who are working for you and producing products and services which go to your clients. And clients remain satisfied if those products and services are meeting their requirements. And that highly depends on the people who work on the processes which create products and services. So these things have to be kept in mind, and as I told you, you can have your own kind of system. So we are going to discuss all the clauses of ISO 9001 in English language henceforth, and from next Sunday onwards, I am going to put videos in English language, starting with clause number 4.1. And please, I look forward for more number of views, because there was a feedback that I should be putting videos in English language, and that's going to help me. So let me see how far people are able to share my videos, and the number of views get increased, and I feel happy about it. So see you on next Sunday with the very first video on clause number 4.1, context of the organization. Thank you very much. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that as and when I put the video, you will be informed about it. If you have pressed the bell icon, the information will reach you and you will be able to see my videos without any delay. So thank you very much and see you again on next Sunday. Bye bye. Goodbye.